Hey everyone, are you ready to build some stability, core strength while connecting to that beautiful life force, our prana, our breath? Join me on the mat as we flow through this nice tree pose foundation, and we will do just that. We're going to begin at the top of our mat, coming into our beautiful, wonderful mountain pose. So we've been in mountain pose before. If you've been following these videos, talked about some of the foundations. So maybe you get a little visual here and really visualize yourself standing on top of your mountain, feeling strong. Slight tuck in the tailbone, core engagement. Feel the earth below the feet. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale as you dive forward, hinge from hips, lengthen through the spine. Inhale as you take it into a half lift. Exhale, bendy into the knees. We're going to float one foot back, finding our low runner's lunge here. So keep that foot nice and elevated. This is a great place for blocks under hands if you need. Take your gaze in front of you, shine your heart forward. And then very slowly and carefully bending in the knees, we're going to bring it around to a wide-legged forward fold. So just bring your torso around to that side of the mat, left or right side. This is a great place again for blocks if you need to build the ground up. Inhale for half lifts if you'd like, lengthening through the spine. Exhale as you dive forward a little bit more. If you're feeling more bendy and open in the hamstrings, you can bring your forearms to the floor. Wherever you are, inhale for a nice half lift. We're going to come into Skandasana or side lunge, kind of like a little ninja here. So rooting down through that right foot, you're going to send the glutes over, kick that left foot up. So toes are facing up towards the ceiling. For a little extra balance, a little extra core, float the hands to the heart. Use the blocks if you need to under hands. And then inhale, belly button goes back to spine. Bring it through center. Float the hands down. Embrace this wide-legged forward fold. Bendy in the knees, float hands to thighs or hips, flat back all the way up. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale as you float the hands to the side. Open up through star pose. Palms are facing towards me. Exhale, float hands to hips. Pull up through the core. Getting bendy into that left leg. Start to launch the right leg up into one-legged mountain pose. So following the one-legged mountain pose video from earlier, if you'd like to, energy out of the ball mound of that foot, out of the heel, arms down at your side. Take that knee out to the side, feeling the nice stretch through the inner thigh, energetically shooting energy out of that foot. If you'd like to, grow your branches. Now here's where we really connect to the core. Point to the toes, feeling the stretch in a completely different part of the leg. And then a little resistance here. Just draw the toes towards the leg without actually touching leg. Feeling transverse abdominal wall start to turn on. Breathe. Maybe you kiss the fingertips together above the head. If you want to challenge your balance, take your gaze up. Float the hands together through heart center, bringing hands to hips. Now you're going to reach down, grab that foot, grab that ankle, and see if you can work it up into the upper thigh. If you're up into the upper thigh, press thigh into foot, foot into thigh, creating a nice long linear line through the body, hands to heart. If you need to kickstand the toes for today, that's okay as well. Inhale the arms up overhead, grow your branches, feel strong, feel sturdy, feel supported. Connect to the breath, pull the belly into the center line. Maybe you draw the fingertips together or palms. Float them down to your heart center. And we're going to softly, slowly release it back into one-legged mountain pose and then step it out into your wide legs. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. And you're just going to rotate here. After you get a nice little stretch through the hamstrings, bending in the knees, rotate the torso back over that front leg, coming back into our low lunge. Plant the hands, step it back into your plank pose. You have the option to vinyasa, my friends, or just take it straight back into your down dog or child's pose, whatever you feel. Listen to your body. Inhale, rise to the toes, bend the knees, step both feet forward. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And then from here, we're going to root down through the opposite foot of the foot that we used before. I'm staying on the same leg so that we stay facing each other. And we're just going to rotate around to our wide-legged forward fold. So if your right foot was in front before, it will be the left foot in front, vice versa. Using blocks here if you need to. If you don't need to, you can stay on the hands. Coming into that skandasana or a nice little ninja lunge on the opposite side. So root down through that supporting foot, kick the opposite toes up towards the ceiling. Challenge your balance, bring hands to heart if you'd like to. Pull up through the core. Use palms onto the floor or keep palms at hands. Bring it back through center. Bendiness in the knees, float the hands to hips or thighs, flat back all the way up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring it back out into your star pose. Open up through the chest, reconnect to that breath, that life force. And then float hands to hips. Opposite leg is the supporting leg. I think it's our left leg this time. So start to step the right leg up and in. Lowercase shape H or one-legged mountain pose. Think about the energy shooting out of the heel and big toe ball mound. Hands are at your side for now. Take your knee out. Feel that nice stretch through the inner thigh. If you'd like to, softly, slowly start to grow your branches. Make sure that you find a focal point. If you start to wear your shoulders like earrings, spin your pinkies in towards the center line. Now point those toes, feeling the stretch in a different area of the leg. And then start to draw those toes towards the leg without actually touching leg. You'll feel your abdominal wall start to kick on. Maybe you touch fingertips above head. Float fingertips to heart center. And then if you'd like to, hands to hips, reach down, grab that foot and ankle and work that foot up into the inner thigh. Nice straight line here with the body. Pull everything in towards the center line. Find your foundation, find your stability, your grounding. Kickstand the toes today if you need to. Arms up, grow those branches. Nice, tall, sturdy tree. Balance pose. Float hands together if you'd like to, or fingertips. You can take your gaze up if you'd like to challenge the balance. Bringing hands back through heart center, feeling grateful for this moment and where you are. Float the hands to hips, one-legged mountain pose. Step it out. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, flow down, wide-legged forward fold. Take a nice little half lift if you'd like. You can walk it over to the right foot. Give yourself a nice little stretch and twist. If you want to hang on to that foot, open up through the chest here. Your call, your options. And then walk it over to the other side. Grabbing onto ankle if you'd like. Taking a nice open twist. And exhale as you bring it back through center. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale as you fold. Walk it back around to that front leg, finding our low lunge. Take your gaze forward. And then exhale, plant the hands, step it back, plank pose, your choice. Vinyasa to down dog or straight back to down dog. Really lifting the hip bones up towards the ceiling. Inhale, rise to toes, bending in the knees. Step or walk forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root through the legs, rise all the way up. Pressing palms together, positive energy, draw it towards your third eye center. Bring it in, melt it deeply into your heart space. Feeling strong, feeling energized, feeling balanced. Revisit this video anytime you need to just come back to the mat, find your space. Find your pace, find your flow. Deepest gratitude from my heart to yours that you share your journey with me on this platform. Namaste.